Good morning, everyone. What is my idea of what we're going to do in the webinar? Three things. One, I want to make you aware of an app that we are bringing out. Our company has been around for 30 years. This is something that it's our newest product, and I'm very excited about it. And I want to make you aware. The second thing I would like to do is to get ideas from you as to how it can help the chambers of commerce. And everybody we're talking to now, we get new, fresh ideas every single time somebody sees this. So it's a really evolving process. The third thing, I want to ask for your help in selecting sponsors for your area, and I'll explain more about what that means here in just a second. So those are the three things. You're probably wondering, what exactly is this all about? Here it is. These three things are what we're wanting to accomplish. Okay, now, sponsorship. Here is the way this works. Number one, there is no cost to the chamber. Okay, let me just say that right now. There's no cost to your members. We are getting one sponsor in each area. Now, an area we have defined as whatever the area for the chamber is. So whatever you consider your market area, that's what we're going with for our area. We have to have some boundaries for exclusivity. We've chosen to go with whatever the chambers go with. And there will be one exclusive sponsor per chamber area. Only one business, nonprofit, the city can do it. A group of people can come together and do it. The chamber itself could do it if it wanted to. But the idea is this sponsor, this is a marketing strategy. They're going to increase B2B, B2C traffic. It's to grow their business. So one business in your area, in Middleburg Heights, it is Dan Sage. In Van Wert, it is Leah Treese. So there will be one business in each area that is the exclusive. But we want to coordinate with the chamber, the city, economic development, schools, whoever through the community. So that's how the sponsorship works. Does that make sense to everyone? Mm-hmm. Any thoughts or questions? Okay. Now then, so here are things that we believe, and I'm going to go through the app in depth here in just a minute. I want to give you an overview just very quickly first. Here is how we believe the app can benefit the chamber. One, it will help members grow their business. Businesses around the community will become participating sponsors. And again, I'll go into more depth as to what that means here in a second. There is no cost to them to become a participating sponsor. As the app goes viral throughout the community, then a business, Busy Bee Ice Cream, Busy Bee will be known throughout the community through the app, through special offers, through promotions, other things. So every participating business, people will be encouraged to shop local, and people will be encouraged to shop at businesses listed in the directory on the app. So the goal is for each sponsor to have hundreds of businesses as participating partners. So this includes the chamber members. But what you want is to offer, by the way, somebody I know has a little background noise. If it be okay for you to mute yourself. I'm not sure which one of you that background is coming from. Looks like it may have been Dan. Thank you. That's awesome. Thanks. Okay. So what So what we want to do is we want to help the chambers attract and retain members. So the first way we're going to do this is to recognize participating businesses. Notice over here on the screen, proud member of our Chamber of Commerce. So we're going to flag, so whoever goes and sees the this business will see that they are a chamber member. And we're open to any ideas to make it a big deal about being a chamber member. The second is, and this idea came from Cindy Peck, to have a citywide scavenger hunt sponsored by the chamber, promoted through the app. And I'll give you more info on that here in a second. But the idea is only chamber members could participate in the scavenger hunt. We also have exclusive resources only for chamber members. And again, I'll show you more of that. And then we can offer live video feeds only to chamber members. So what we want you to be able to do, Jacqueline, is to say, hey, as a member of the chamber, this great app is out here, but as a chamber member, you get benefits that nobody else does. What are your thoughts? I would love to hear the Jacqueline, Maria, what are thoughts here that you've got?
I'm just learning about all of this for the first time, so I'm just here to take in what I can.
Okay, that's cool. Okay. Now, the other thing is we can include geofencing. What that means is, let's say that because of NOACC, let's say that we have the next town over from Middleburg Heights. And Cindy, I'm not sure exactly what town that is.
Let's go Parma.
Parma.
We'll say Parma.
Okay, so we'll go Parma. So what would happen if somebody drove from that? They have the app loaded for Middleburg Heights. There's another app for Parma, and they drive from Middleburg Heights to Parma. Well, what's going to happen is when they enter the Parma area, they will get notified. By the way, there's an app just for Parma that you can download as well. So what we're wanting to do is bring all the NOACC people together. Hey, Rhonda, I just saw that you came on. So we want to really bring the NOACC area together and kind of link areas together. So these are the ways that we believe that the chamber can benefit tremendously from the app. I think we haven't scratched the surface yet. I believe there's a lot of other great things that we can do. Okay, we can save people money. People who download the app and use it, they're encouraged to shop local. I mentioned the participating partners. They offer coupons. Here's an example over here on your right. Somebody goes in, they get 10% off the next purchase at Pins and Needles. They redeem, and the business will get monthly redemption reports. So they know how many people have we actually gotten in because of this coupon. They are listed in the business directory, and we can use iBeacon technology, kind of like geofencing, to when somebody is near a participating business, it can actually send out a notification that says, hey, you're right around the corner from us. Why don't you stop in for a free ice cream cone, or whatever it may be. Location-based technology is huge right now. Okay, we are talking to the economic development directors in the cities. What do they need? They want to encourage people to shop local. They want to attract new businesses. They want to have a positive impact on the workforce. They want to promote available commercial real estate and promote this is what Van Wert calls it, is a land bank. And what a land bank is, if you're Van Wert, they list all distressed properties, abandoned, vacant, etc. And people can see, oh, I'm going to go out and buy this, build it back up, so we don't. So the community is better. All of this we are bringing into the app. directly from the economic development website or whatever sources. Well, I thought this was a fantastic idea from the economic development people. Now, city services, we're also talking to the mayors. We have talked to the mayor of Van Wert. We've talked to the mayor of Middleburg Heights. We want to provide emergency notifications. We want to send out weather alerts, send notices for school closings, road closings, list polling locations. I think it would be fantastic to include a video series, 5 minutes with the mayor or whatever somebody wants to do. And then if somebody has issues, here's a down tree, down power line, whatever, they can report that to the city. So all of this is part of the app. One of the biggest problems that we see in communities, there is no consolidated calendar. By the way, calendar, if you could do me a favor and mute. Matter of fact, I may be able to do it right from here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Rhonda, if you want to say something, please do. But I just did that so we wouldn't get background noise. Okay, so the idea of the consolidated calendar, if you want to know what's going on in your community and you search for events in Middleburg Heights, then you're going to have 10 or 12 or 20 different calendars around the community that you're going to have to look at. We go in, we look at all calendars and do our best to update the one calendar to rule them all. And everything from civic to Chamber of Commerce, nonprofits, Eventbrite, which is where you buy tickets. If somebody has free classes, whatever is community-based, we want somebody to go to one calendar and see everything that's going on in the community. Okay, charities. We want to make it easy for people to support charities through the app, so they can donate. This could be just plain nonprofits. Wazenberg Art Center, for example. Faith-based, it could be a church, it could be, whatever somebody wants. Pathways for Children, could be anything that somebody wants. So supporting charities. And then we want to provide information. We want articles of interest, and we really want local people to share videos and articles. You may have a CPA that has some great information about reducing taxes. You may have a real estate agent that has great information about first-time home buyers. Could be anything. Could be home repair. Could be anything that local people, let's get local people sharing from one place great information with the rest of the community. So this is the idea that we have for right now, for what the app is going to do. It's fun, there's prizes, we want this to be not just informational, but something that people use every single day and they have fun with, they enjoy it. So any thoughts, comments, anything before I actually go into the app? Okay, let's take a look at the app itself. This is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is just simply go down from the top and let's talk about it real quick. Here's the home. Our thought is the sponsor will have a quarterly drawing. Dan Sage, for example, a quarterly drawing. In this case, Van Wert. And every time you redeem a coupon, your name is entered into a drawing, and you may win a free iPad or whatever somebody wants to give away. What we want is to encourage people to shop at your chamber members' businesses or just businesses throughout the area. And then we promote the scavenger hunt. And we have a complete plan for putting it together. You don't even have to worry about coming up, how do we do this? We got a great plan. You don't have to use it, but we want to make it as easy as possible for you. Okay, special offers. So here is a list of categories. I'm going to come into arts and crafts, and here is a special offer from pins and needles. I click on that. I can go redeem. And so before I go shopping, I can simply search for special offers from participating businesses. And if I want to see the whole business directory, I can come right here. In this case, I'm going to come to nonprofits. Okay, what kind of nonprofits? Civic, faith-based, family, youth. I'm going to come to civic. Here is Historic Main Street in Van Wert. I want to show you what this partner page looks like. First of all, this is a video taken off of YouTube about Historic Main Street. I think it's a fantastic idea to do if you haven't done one, just do a short video to talk about the business. They are a member of the Chamber of Commerce. I can click right here and donate. If there were coupons, I could click right here and go to any special offers from Historic Main Street. Doesn't have any, but I could do that. I can call them. I can see the route. I can go to their website, send an email. Everything right from this partner page. I can see how far away I am from them. So the idea is I can get money-saving offers. I can see, and let's support local businesses who are partners with the app. Now, have fun. What to do? Here is the consolidated calendar. Here's a safety meeting from the city. Creative art classes. Photography. This is the free photography class. Comedy. Could be a concert in town. Whatever it may be, somebody can go in and see what is going on in your community. Okay? Learn together. This is, we call it community talk, and these are articles. It can be local, it can be video, it can be whatever you want to put in here. But let's say somebody wants to look and know about community causes. Here are some great, how do you make an environmental impact? How do you, mental wellness? How do you deal with change, panic attacks? I mean, we have got great substantive content. But remember, we want to also add in content from people in your area. Scavenger hunt. Here is the scavenger hunt. Somebody can click and see, here's how to play. Here's the map. I think it'd be fantastic at the end of the scavenger hunt to have a party in the local park, sponsored by all the participating businesses. And the chamber, since they're the ones behind it, the chamber sells t-shirts, cups, tote bags, all kinds of stuff. And you use the profit on this to pay for whatever costs you had in putting the scavenger hunt together. I always think it's great to recoup costs. Chamber members. This is an area only open to chamber members. We have got business tips. Now, again, this can be anything the chamber wants to put. This is completely flexible. But here's some great stuff on e-commerce. And we constantly add to this for you so that it's got fresh content. We also include what's called RSS feeds. So we can come down here to the retail doctor, and here are great ideas for how to run your retail business better. So what we want is for you to be able to say, hey, we as a chamber want to help you grow your business and be more successful. On the app, we want to provide resources to you to help you to do that. Send your ideas, send us. If you want to submit an event at a nonprofit, people can send it, they send it, it goes to us, we add it. Support your community. Somebody wants to support the historic Main Street, they can come right here and support. Now, let's look at your amazing town. Here is a city school calendar. This is being pulled directly from the school site. This is the idea from Van Wert Economic Development. This is pulling from their website. This is a list of commercial properties. They want a prospective business or any business to be able to easily see what properties are available. So they can do it from their website. But what they're really liking is the idea of all of this being consolidated together into one place for people. 5 minutes with the mayor, if you like the idea of those videos. This is the land bank that Van Wert Economic Development has done, and this lists all of the available properties. Job Center. One of the things that Stacy said over in Van Wert, they really want to keep unemployment at a low number. So they have on their site that we have pulled into the app, how to find jobs. We also have polling locations. Where do I go to vote? Okay, here's where you go to vote. This is for Middleburg Heights. Here's a picture of the place. Here's the location. I can see the route. I can call them, etc. Now, all of these have come from the mayors, the sponsors, the chambers, the economic development, people saying, well, what would really help us is this. And great, we'll add it to the site. Here's register for Code Red. Now, Cuyahoga County has Code Red. If that doesn't apply to you, we can actually have the city send out notifications to every user on the app for road closings, for weather reports, for whatever you want to do, and then report a concern. This is something Middleburg Heights has added, and so we just use theirs. And it's so that somebody can come in and say, hey, I've got a down power line, there's a tree blocking the road, you know, whatever it may be. So this is what the app looks like currently. It is completely customizable by area. Anything that's going to help, and I'm talking specifically to you guys, anything that you feel can help the chamber, we can put into the app. There's very, very few limitations, if any. And so my goal, going back to the beginning, is to let you know about the app and get ideas from you. Give me a wish list, and then we would like for you to help us and say, you know what, I know somebody here that could be the perfect sponsor for this, and we'll contact them. And hopefully they'll say yes. Okay, Dan, yes, you raised a hand. I'm going to unmute you. Let's see, Dan, unmute. There you go.
Yes,
Dan.
So a quick question for you. It seems like the community calendar or the school calendar, it seems like a lot of updating would need to be done with that. How do we manage?
Okay, first of all, either we do the updating for you. There's three options. We do the updating for you. That's on calendars, that's on partners, We don't ask the sponsor, the chamber, anyone to do any work. Everything comes to us, and we update everything. So that's option number one. Option number two, let's say, and I was talking to Cindy about this morning, let's say that Sheila, your chamber says, you know what would be great for us? We would like to also have the opportunity to just go out and add something to the calendar for our area. Okay, we can give you the ability to simply go in and only add things to the calendar for your area. If you like that idea, fantastic. Another great example is the emergency notifications. The mayor of Van Wert said, what I'd like to do is to assign one person in my office that they can go in and we say, push out an alert to the community. They would go, sign in, push out an alert to the community. So if you want, selected people have the ability to do things yourself. That's always a possibility. And then the third option is called RSS feeds, and that's what the school calendar is. The school calendar, this is actually pulling from their website. We don't update, you don't update. When the school updates it on their website, it instantly updates it over on the app as well. So the school, in this case, is responsible for updating. Anytime that we're able to use RSS or other technology, another example is the commercial property. We're not keeping, no, Van Wert Economic Development, they are keeping this up to date. When they update it, it updates the app. So either we're doing the work, someone, the chamber, the city, whoever is doing it because they want to, or we're using technology to update. When people update their websites, it updates the app. Dan, does that help answer the question?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
So, but what we don't want is to put a burden on people to have to do a lot of updating, because what's going to happen is, we know what's going to happen. It's not going to happen. And then things don't have current information, people stop using it, and then the whole thing just falls apart. That's not going to benefit anyone. We make sure that the information here is constantly updated and is as current as humanly possible. So one question I've got for you guys, as people being in the chambers, what other thoughts and ideas do you have that maybe it could be questions you get all the time? It could be, wow, you know what, we've wanted to do a scavenger hunt. We've wanted to do this, and we really don't, you know, we just haven't gotten around to it or whatever. What are things that you say, you know, I got to tell you, it'd be great if we could do something. Any ideas that come to your minds?
I have one that was brought to my attention, and that was people were asking me about an interactive chat room type of a thing where they could go in and talk to other business leaders in the community for advice.
Okay.
So it would actually be live.
Okay, now, okay, other business leaders for advice. That's really interesting. First of all, there is a chat option. One of the big things we want to be cautious of is, you know, on Facebook and stuff, you get trolls, you get just the garbage stuff on chats. So I think we have to be careful. There is a chat option. Now, you're saying chat with, like, maybe ask a question to a business leader?
And maybe it could be like a specific webinar, something like this that you can join in, and it could be interactive, and it's just a time thing.
Actually, that's a fantastic idea. There's a couple of different ways to do this. The first one that just comes to my mind, remember I mentioned early on for chamber members to do a live video. Now, what that would look like is they would sit with their phone or a webcam or whatever at their desk in their place of business or whatever. And let's say that every other Wednesday at lunch, they have a lunch and learn. And I'm going to do a live TV broadcast basically, and you can call in, ask your questions. So I'm an attorney. I am a CPA. I'm a whatever it may be. It could be a police officer talking about anything. And so you tune into the show, and people can call in. That's my vision for something that's available only to chamber members as one of your great benefits. Super easy, okay? And we will put the whole thing together for them. All they have to do is just do the show. So that's one possibility. Another possibility is just have a form. Somebody goes into a form like this right here, and it could send a question over to somebody. So we could have a panel of local experts. My thought would be chamber members only. And if you have a question and somebody is willing to field those questions, send your question in and they will respond back to you. That would be a very simple thing to put out there. Now, in that case, there would be no record. In other words, somebody else could not look and see what someone else has submitted. We can build that in. Okay, and actually my mind's going here. I see a great possibility of building something like that in, so that you could look to see what other people maybe have asked. But initially, could certainly do the form. The chat, you could chat with somebody, but it's. Yeah, I'd have to look at it. It's possible we could do the chat. This is the kind of questions and ideas we want. I'll just have to look at the best way to do it. But I really, really like I'm going to call this for the moment, Ask an Expert.
Okay. The other thing that we were talking about doing is putting together a business advisory board through our chamber and having it for somebody who would be interested in starting a business in the area, where they could go to get the expert advice of how to start up their business, what type of financing they would need, insurance needs, so on and so forth.
Wow, that's a great. Now, the Small Business Administration at one time had a group like this. I don't know if it's still in existence or not. That would be one thing I would check on first, and just see what's out there. But they used to have a group just specifically for that. But for the chambers to do their own group like that, wow, that's a fantastic idea. Yeah. I'm making a note here. We could definitely help you set that up. But I think, how do I go about, I don't even know what the starting points are. We could even help you put together some videos or whatever okay, the first thing you do is this, the second thing you do is this. Just have have a step-by-step plan on how you start a
Business plan.
business, and then have some chamber members who are available in certain areas to advise and help. And that would get the chamber members exposure, and that would also get them more business. It's a great idea.
Okay.
And
The other thing
it helps the community tremendously.
Okay, and another thing that we're going to be doing is, I don't know, we have local government involved in this as well. I have a lot of connections with the federal government, with Washington, and we will be having a video from our Congressman Gonzalez, 16th district, who's going to be talking about skilled trades. And I was wondering, could we put that on the app as a video? It's going to be maybe a 10-minute app, 10-minute video that he's going to be presenting at one of our chamber meetings here shortly.
Okay, first of all, anything can be added out here, not a problem.
Okay.
The question is just where. My first thought is under the Learn Together. We could have a section underneath that for title it whatever we want, and absolutely. It could include a link over to if somebody has, click here for more information. We can even do a click here to download a PDF version or something like that. So yeah, that I think in any kind of information, any kind of video can be added. And my first thought is under the Learn Together.
Okay.
That's
Okay, because it's going to actually be at one of our trade schools here.
Interesting.
So so this is kind of where I was like, well, this would be kind of a great thing to have on here, informational for the community, because there's kids who don't necessarily want to go to college, but they want to get into skilled trades or learn something like that. So here's information. You can go to this school. You can learn about it. This is what our federal government is saying about it, especially for Ohio.
Now, my other thought is under Job Center.
Oh, this is a good idea too.
Now, that may be a better location for it. Again,
Did you put it on several different places?
Oh, of course. Of course.
Okay.
Sure. Not
Right.
a problem at all.
Good.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the idea of putting it there, so the issue will just be where do we put it? But this is the kind of thing, guys, I mean, there is nothing anywhere in the country that provides a community with these kind of resources. Nowhere, nothing. And all one place, easy to use, customized to the local area. So I mean, this to me is exciting. Sheila,
And I have another.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have another question. So we put a video on here, and we don't know exactly where to put it. So if we do put it in several different places, do you have the capability of tracking to see how many people go to that particular spot over another spot to view that video?
That's a really
that could help determine, where the best place is.
Yes.
So we're not.
That one, I'm going to give that a tentative yes. Okay. And the reason I'm saying tentative, is that we can track certain things. I don't know if I can track that specifically. I'm going to have to look. My gut feeling says yes, but just don't hold me 100%. I've got, I'm making a note here. But I believe the answer is yes.
Okay.
I believe the answer is yes.
All right.
Just don't hold that 100%.
Okay.
Okay. Man, great ideas. Anything else, Cindy?
No, I'll shut up now.
No. Okay. Let's see. Sheila, if you're still on, Jacqueline, I know this is all new. Maria, but is there anything else that you can think of? Leah, any other thoughts that you've got? Rhonda, anything that that you guys can think of? Anybody else excited about this?
Dan,
Dan
Dan is
said we're all
excited.
excited.
Yeah, I know. Dan's definitely excited. Well,
Dan's
guys,
excited because just so you all know, I'm in Middleburg Heights with Cindy. Every single business owner out there that we've talked to about this app in Middleburg Heights is super excited and has either already set up their business partner page or in the process of doing that. So the feedback that we're getting from our business owners in our community is just phenomenal.
well, Dan, and one of them is the Life Center, which is owned by the hospital there, right?
Correct. Yeah. LifeWorks. Yep.
Yeah, LifeWorks.
Yeah.
So, and guys, we've got, for the partners, which Dan is one, we've got a complete marketing program. We've got the flyers, we got tools, we've got, I mean, we've tried to think of everything. If we haven't thought of something, then we'll add it and create it. So the things that I need, going back to the beginning here, okay, I wanted to make you aware of something because you didn't even know something like this was available. I wanted to get ideas. We've gotten some new ideas just sitting here going through it. I would love to have conversations with each one of you, and Sheila and Rhonda and Maria and Jacqueline, and trying to see who else. We're going to contact you, okay? Because I would like to. Sometimes trying to talk when you're on a webinar is awkward. So I would like to. We're going to contact you individually. I just want to know a couple of things. A, what do you think? Do you have any ideas? If you believe this can help your chamber, then I would like for you to think of some local businesses. You know, could be a car dealer, whoever wants their brand to go viral. That's what we're looking for. Okay. It could be anybody. It could be a nonprofit, like I say, Watsonburg Art Center. Could be several people get together and do it. Could be a couple of your members get together and say, you know, we'd like for our chamber to be the sponsor, and a few of your members get together and say, you know what, we'll provide the money to let you know what the cost is. Not to any of you. This is to the sponsor. Okay, so it's not to the chamber, the partners, anybody else. This is just to the one person that's sponsoring it. It is $395 a month. That gets the app customization. We do all the work. We enter everything. We keep everything updated. We put fresh content. We talk to people, get new ideas, everything. So, I mean, this is not a super, I mean, it's not thousands and thousands of dollars. A small business that says, you know, I want my business name to be on the app. Notice here on this menu, sponsored by a local business. Whatever the business name is, that could say Watsonburg Art Center. For Dan Sage, it says Mature Sage. Van Wert, it is Permort Brothers. It could be ABC Car Dealer. It could be any business that wants to support it. Okay. they say, look, I'm going to spend $395 a month. I'm going to help the community. And I'm going to get it to where when we have 10, 20, 30,000 people using the app, every time they come in, they're going to see my name and other places. We got press releases, all kinds of stuff that that we've got. And so this is going to make it possible for businesses to really promote. It's a whole different marketing strategy for businesses. But the chambers and everyone else benefits tremendously from it. So any thoughts, comments? Again, we are going to be in touch with everyone, okay? And you know, to get your thoughts. Any thoughts, comments, Rhonda? Anything from you, Maria? Cool. Leah, some of this you have seen. There's some new things on here that you haven't seen. I mean, we're updating on weekly at this point.
Yeah, it's updated from just last Thursday already.
Yep. I mean, it's just, we are just getting so many ideas here for it, and so it's exciting. I mean, to me, this is really exciting when we can meet so many needs in a community. Okay, well, if there's not any more thoughts or anything, I'll let you go. And I will, if you want a copy of the recording, Cindy, I'll definitely be sending one. I know you're going to want one. And I really want to get Cindy Holzheimer involved in this. We're talking to John from Power of More. And let me see, chat. Just 1 second. Oh, okay, Rhonda, that's cool. Rhonda says her audio is not working. You can't hear me. That's all right. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. So if you got any thoughts, you want to chat them in, you know, instead of saying something. If you got a thought, question, comment, I would just want to give you one last opportunity to do that. Otherwise, my email address is ted@ourcommunity.app. So I'm going to come in here right now, and I'm going to go to ourcommunity.app. And if you want to look through our website and get more information about the app, you can do that. So you can even go out here, and I'm going to go to what is our community. On any of the pages, there is a web version of the app, so you can actually go out and create your own your own account and play around with the app and look around. Any final questions or thoughts? Guys, I would love for you to share this with other chambers. We're going to be doing some other webinars, especially with the NOACC. Oh, Rhonda, I'm very impressed. Thanks, Rhonda. And we'll be in touch and talk to you about this even further and see what other great ideas. And hopefully, my goal is to be able to do something with NOACC. Specifically, not sure what that is, but I just want a great working relationship so that we meet all the needs from all the people involved. That's my whole goal. So win-win for everyone. Okay.
Ted,
yes.
if you could send me the link for the business partners to sign up with, I would like to put that in my next newsletter.
Absolutely, and this can be done. I'm going to go over to Mature Sage. Tell you what, let's do this from ours so that we don't get it. We can, yeah, I'll send it over to you from, it'll direct them back over to our site. And
Okay.
just so that everybody can see this real quick, mature.com. Here's what this looks like. When a partner wants to sign up, they go to the sponsor site, in this case, Mature Sage partner, and they begin filling out. This goes through all the details, everything they need to know so that the sponsor doesn't have to have all the answers. We got all the answers in here. This information comes to us. If you are a chamber, we need to know whether somebody's a chamber member or not. If they're not, okay. If you're not a chamber, click here. And so we're directing people over to the website, to the chamber site to join. So this is how a partner can go through. This comes to us. We set them up. We set up the coupons. We set up everything. So I will get that over to you, Cindy.
Thank you.
Okay. So guys, have a great rest of the day. Let your minds go crazy on this stuff, thinking up even more ideas. Cindy, definitely keep me posted on that video from the congressman. But we haven't even touched the federal stuff. I've got a friend who is a state senator, and I really want to talk to him about, I don't even know what yet, but I feel like there's I've already been thinking about on the federal level what could be added. We don't want to get the app just bloated, you know, with too much stuff, but at the same time, there's just a lot of things that people really need to know. And there's nothing like this out there. It's totally unique.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Well, listen, talk amongst yourselves about it. Cindy, you know, we've already been working with Cindy, been working with Mark over at Van Wert, which I was supposed to be on the call. I don't see that he has come on, but that's okay. And so if you want to talk to Cindy that's had a little more time to think about all this, definitely do that. We will be in touch and we'll see where we go from here. All right, guys, listen, have a great rest of the day and great rest of the week.
Thanks, Ted. Appreciate it.
All right, take care, guys.
Thank you.
You betcha. Bye-bye.
Bye.